everybody, and welcome back to I Conquer with Naja Simone. Today I am here with my little sister,
Sydney. Hello.
Watch out for the smoke screens, the silver lining on the big screen.
I currently work in lingerie, and I help women pair them with the proper underwear and all of that stuff. And I've been here at this job for about 4 years now. And it wasn't until I got to this job that I realized how bad women are, with their horrible self-talk and things like that it actually made a switch in me where I'm not gonna do that to my body, because I seen what I was doing in other people, and that was kind of a wake-up call for me. When I was younger, in my high school days, I was always constantly on a diet, and when I look back at pictures, I'm my body was nice, what was the issue? But I really, in my mind, I thought I would look different than I actually did, or looking at other people, I wanted their bodies, so I would try to change mine and things like that. And I was really developing body dysmorphia disorder, where you see yourself different than you actually are. As women, with media and everything, we're very, very conscious of how we look, and with the onset of plastic surgery and stuff like that, I think it does affect us personally, because the expectations for what we think is beautiful is changing based on society's perceptions. So we need to be aware of this.
It wasn't until about 2 years ago that I actually started talking about it. When I was in 6th grade all the way up until 8th grade, I battled with an eating disorder, and I would not, I would starve myself, I'd pretend like I ate, and then I'd be really obsessive with exercising. So I would wake up in the middle of the night or early in the morning, and I would do an excessive amount of crunches. And I would always get compliments from my sisters about my abs and stuff like that.
She was the only one who had some.
It's such a tricky thing, because I didn't necessarily talk about how much I hated my body, but it was a fact. It was something that I really disliked, and I swore that I was so big. And even like Sydney said, I look back at pictures and I was not big at all. In fact, I'm way bigger than than I was now. But again, I truly believe that my mindset has changed and adjusted, and now I actually really appreciate my body, including the flabby fat arms and the pudgy stomach. It is what it is. Sometimes people are a little bit surprised when I mention that, because it is very, very common, even amongst people that don't necessarily show themselves to be insecure or lacking confidence.
It's also become very normal for people to body shame other people, and they don't even realize that they're doing it.
Yes.
For instance, I actually lost a lot of weight recently, and I don't know how, because I wasn't trying, but people were trying to make me feel bad about how I now look, where I was in a toxic relationship before, and I think I naturally put on weight. And so when I left that relationship, and it's been over a year and a half, my body, I think, just slimmed down. And at work, my coworkers are like, "Why are you so skinny?" My mom came for my graduation. She was like, "Are you eating? Why do you have no butt?" And I don't think they meant ill by it, but it did make me feel some type of way, because I was asking my sister Talia, I'm am I too skinny? Do I look sick or something? Because people kept mentioning what happened to you. I would go places where I haven't seen people in a long time, and they'll be like, "Where did the rest of you go? Remember at church?" And I was that made me feel weird, because I was do I look bad? Is something wrong with me? I think we need to also be a little bit more careful about what we say to other people, because it may make them feel some type of way.
And I think that's important, is to mind your business. And that's not a negative. It's not being shady. In the Bible, it says lead a quiet life and mind your business. And sometimes when we talk, we are just talking out of our own understanding. You have no idea. All throughout middle school, to your point, Like, I had a group of friends that were talking about me all the time.
Yeah.
You remember?
And that's probably what fueled your desire
Mm-hmm.
to,
Like, I probably already had the thoughts in my head. I'm not going to say people made me do things, but especially in such a young age and at such a primary time in our development, just as people in general, we soak in these criticisms and these critiques, and we end up desiring to be
Acting on
someone
them,
else. Yeah. You want to be someone else. You want to look like someone else, and you harm yourself in the process.
And I used to take like diet pills and stuff like that. Literally, like, I've probably taken every diet pill that had existed.
At what age? By what
I
age?
was young. I had to be like 17, 18 years old. When I was in high school, I was taking a lot of protein shakes, trying to look like a fitness model or whatever. And then when I got to college, that's when I started taking diet pills. And it wasn't until I stopped doing all that that I actually slimmed down. But all those chemicals in your body, it's not healthy. It does things to your stomach. Like, and it really is like self-mutilation in a sense. Like, even as a model, I used to stress myself about my eating and things. But now now they're able to edit everything. So why stress about trying to be perfectly skinny when they could just make you look skinnier?
And as we mentioned, the sun is crazy, but appreciating who you are, and yes, there's a healthy way to make those adjustments that you want to see, but again, a healthy way, and not in a way that you're gonna obsess. And because the truth is, you can never be that person that you see in a magazine, and I can't be Sydney. I can't have her body shape. My body is built differently. But you can buy a bra that makes your breasts look 2 sizes bigger, and that's
And you find things that work for you. And I think the important part of this is becoming comfortable with who you are, and stop looking outwardly for validation.
Make sure that you keep up with this series, the Beauty Can't Save You series. The very first video, if you haven't seen any of the others, start with video 1, and then we're gonna go all the way up until video 5, which will feature 2 of my favorite people ever. They're gonna be continuing on the topic of charm and how that turns into manipulation, but also witchcraft. So make sure you tune in next Wednesday at 9 p.m. And that's all I have to say. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and leave a comment down below if you can relate to any of the things we just talked about. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.